So people were telling me that my Chucky doll was kind of scary. So how do you feel about a Pokemon? Oh hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today I am going— I don't know what this was. But today I am going to do the series I won't be finishing tag. I think it's got a better name than that, but that is what I'm going to do today. Generally there are not too many series that I am dead set against finishing, so the majority of these are going to be maybes. I will talk first about the ones that I definitely don't intend to finish. And I'm just going to get straight into things. The first series I won't be finishing is the Circle series? No, the Engels 4 trilogy by Sarah B. Alfgren and Matt Strandberg. This is a translation of a Swedish novel and it's all about witches, and it is a beast. It's like 600 pages. And the reason I won't be finishing this one is because I felt it was very overly melodramatic to the point where I didn't actually think I would be able to finish this. Which is quite an accomplishment, 600 pages on a book I didn't like. I do know that Ben from Benjamin of Tomes really likes this though, so maybe it's just me. If anyone else has read it, let me know if you hated it. The next series I won't be finishing is actually a very recent one, and that is Half Bad by Sally Green. And the reason I won't be finishing this one is I wasn't engaged enough, I guess. I think I gave this book 2 stars overall. Generally I liked the idea, but I just felt it was a bit rushed and I didn't understand some of the motivations that the main character had. I also felt the romance was sort of weak and kind of obligatory, like they just kind of threw it in because they needed to be one. I believe this is going to be part of a trilogy, but it's not going to be one that I will be finishing. The next series is one that I have already given up on, and that is The Maze Runner by James Dashner. Now, credit where credit's due, I actually really enjoyed the first Maze Runner. I know a few people had some issues with it about how it doesn't tell you its secrets, but overall I really liked the idea of being kept in the dark, and I thought the first one was really plotted really well, but I think I gave it 3 stars in the end because it did have some problems, obviously. But when I went to read the sequel, I couldn't finish it. I skimmed at least half of that book, and by the time I got to the end, I realised I just didn't care enough, which was a shame. I did hear that it got worse in book number 3, and that there's kind of no reason for the 4th one to exist, so I don't feel too bad about not finishing that one. But I do want to see the movie because the trailer looked actually awesome, and Dylan O'Brien is really— yeah. The next one I won't be finishing is Angel Fall by Susan E. And I think this is just one of those books where I can firmly say that it's not you, it's me. Because I have tried reading angel books. There have been quite a few that I have read, and I haven't liked one at all, really. Have I liked one? No, I don't think I've liked one. So I think me and angel fiction just are not a good match. And that is why I won't be finishing that one. Another one I won't be finishing for certain is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. I will admit that this wasn't a terrible book. I think it was— I'd say it was perfectly average. And again, I just wasn't engaged. If I remember rightly as well, the main character was kind of annoying. What was her name? Lucy? Something like that. But I know I did not like her. I've also generally forgotten everything that happened in that book, apart from the ending? Something with a president? I don't know. If I carried on with that series, I'd have to reread the first, and that's just not something I feel like doing. So yeah, I won't be finishing that one either. Another one I won't be finishing for certain is the Warm Bodies Now trilogy by somebody? This was a book that I enjoyed well enough, but it was very short, and it's one that I just felt really ended at a good point, and it just didn't need a trilogy. It seems a bit like a cash grab. I'm just gonna say it. It's funny how I said a lot of these were maybes, and I've just been like, no. Next couple are definitely maybes though, and I'm going to start those off with the Infernal Devices series by Cassandra Clare. Now, I read the first one of these, and I did enjoy it, but a lot of people say that the Infernal Devices is really, really good, and better than the Mortal Instruments, and when I read the Mortal Instruments, I found that I definitely preferred the Mortal Instruments more. I also don't get the weird Will Herondale obsession that seems to be going on. He's a bit of an arsehole. Again, this is one that I just didn't feel too engaged over, which I know I've said that a lot, but that's a genuine reason for not wanting to carry on with a series, I believe. Yeah, I might finish this one, and I might not. Time will tell. The next one I actually have a physical copy of, is the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor. Again, this is another book that I thought was alright. I liked the setting that it was in Prague, and I liked that it had a more fantastical approach. But the one thing I remember when I first started reading this was I was looking at some reviews, and every review mentioned that the romance was done really, really well, and that was what I hated about this. I thought the romance was done terribly, and I know they sort of throw in a bit of a twist that kind of explains it, but I still found myself rolling my eyes a lot at the romance, and I'm not sure if I want to put myself through that for another book. And I know the other book is thicker, but I do actually own it. It's right by there. It's behind me. You can see it. So this is going to be a maybe simply because I own the next book. I have heard it's better, so maybe I will give this one a go. The next one is also going to be a maybe, and that is going to be The Knife of Never Letting Go. I can't really say why I don't want to finish this series without giving a spoiler, so all I'm going to say is when that one thing happens to that one character, I just had no desire to finish it. This one also ended on a cliffhanger. I didn't really have that, oh no, I need to read the next book right now. It just sort of happened, and I was fine with that. So yeah, those were my series that I will not be finishing / maybe will finish. This has actually been quite a negative video, so I'm going to do another video soon where I tell you about all the series that I'm excited to finish, just to offset that balance. So yeah, that is all from me for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I shall see you soon with another one. Goodbye!